Hello and welcome back. Hello. So, welcome back to more of Super Mario Odyssey. Really? This stream's gonna be buffering. Okay, so when we finished up last time, we finished the Metro Kingdom, including Jump Up Superstar and everything else like along with that. So next objective is to the next kingdom. The Odyssey has powered up. I also discovered last time that some of these challenges in this game might be a little beyond me. I might not get 880 moons. Uh-oh, we've hit a proverbial fork in the road. Which kingdom do you want to think Bowser went to? Obviously he went to both, but let's see. The larger one is Seaside. I'm gonna go to Snow Kingdom. The Snow Kingdom, a splendid idea. As always, Mario has an ice world. What an amazingly energetic festival. Let's keep that energy going as we keep up the chase. There it is. Let's check out the Snow Kingdom next. It looks so cold. And it sounds like the races in town are quite popular. And the prize is a frosted cake? I just realized I'm using the wrong controller. Let me go grab the actual controller I'm supposed to be using. Yeah, Snow Kingdom Shiveria. And then, of course, the Cake Thief's Parting Gift. Of course, I'm going to have to swap, go out to the main menu in order to swap this. Let's not dilly-dally. How about we swap the controller? Okay. You can see by the 50 that this is indeed the smaller of the two kingdoms. Snow Kingdom, bedrock community blanketed in snow. Shiveria, the warmest community in the coldest land. Population middling, size deep and wide. Locals Shiverians, currency snowflake-shaped, industry cakes and racing. Temperature average 14 degrees Fahrenheit. A frozen land. The Snow Kingdom is a world of ice and snow that freezes the body but dazzles the eyes. Stay alert though, one bad step can drop you into the dangerously frigid sea. Despite the cold, the town of Shiveria is famous for its warm hospitality, and on clear days the view can't be matched. A warm community. Shiveria is a huge excavated settlement beneath the ice. It's warmer here than up above, but you'll want to bundle up all the same. Despite the cold, the cheerful Shiverians will thaw any traveler's frozen heart. And if you visit the center square, you'll see the fiery passion of the Shiverians have for their traditional races. Take one look at the screens showing the action, and you'll be caught up in the excitement too. Some animals brave the cold. When the weather is clear, you might spot a few animals making the best of the cold. Be sure to keep an eye out. Bound Bowl Grand Prix. The sporting event here is the Bound Bowl Grand Prix. Only Shiverians are allowed to participate, but when you watch a race, you'll understand why no one else could participate. Only Shiverian sturdiness could survive a race based on bounding violently through the course and crashing into one another. Be sure to see it if you get a chance. The racing course extends from the plaza. Icing and racing. Beyond racing, Shiverians are known for elaborate baked goods. Especially renowned is the frosted cake, which is very popular at weddings. By tradition, only the Shiverian Elder is allowed to make this extraordinary confection. What's more, they are specifically created as the grand prize for the Bound Bowl Grand Prix. So the only way to get one is to convince the winner to let you have it. Crevice Menace. Lurking in the local crevices, you may find a Bite Frost. These creatures move through the ice under their prey, then thrust upward, jumping. Caution and jumping ability is advised. 3 keys to the kingdom. Swim only in short bursts if you like being warm enough to stay alive. Dig for the gate to the town, which is frequently buried in snow. Found your way through a race, build and species permitting. Yeah. We got the frosted cake. The boss man sure is fussy about cake. Reckon we got him the best one, though. The fast way for ending this phase is to just jump on him, but I'm not that good. Oh, come on. Snowy Mountain Barrier. Finally, now we can start the race. Our frosted cake was stolen, so the prize will be a multi-moon. Are you ready to race now? Yes. It's been a while since we've had a race, so we'll start with some training. I think we're ready for the real race. Bound Bowl Grand Prix, Snowline Circuit Class A. I got a record, and more importantly, what a race! You are like a supersonic snowman! Your prize is a multi-moon. A new champion is born. You beat me fair and square. This can't be happening. Got a multi-moon! The Bound Bowl Grand Prix. Yeah! There's that. Look, the sun's out. It's still cold, though. The Odyssey has powered up. Now we can head to the Seaside Kingdom. Let's chase down Bowser. So they're serving frosted cake at a wedding, are they? Not if we serve them a defeat first. It is. Let's read up on the Seaside Kingdom. There's a carbonated sea that's supposed to be quite nice, and it says here to be sure we visit the four giant fountains. Seaside Kingdom, bubbling. The glass is half empty! What's on top of the fancy goblet? Seaside Kingdom, where the sea meets the sun. Bubbling, the relaxing resort by the carbonated sea. Population middling, size wide. Locals Bubblanians. Currency shell-shaped. Industry bubbly water and tourism. Temperature average 88 Fahrenheit. Raise a glass. The spectacle known as Glass Tower isn't just majestic, it also fulfills the critical role of manufacturing the famous local product, sparkle water. It stands atop the Glass Palace, which has a uniquely beautiful architectural style. It's a treasure to be explored. Miraculous mixture. The four fountains in Bubbling spray seawater toward the Glass Tower. The ocean here is carbonated, but otherwise unremarkable. However, when blended in the Glass Tower, it takes on a deep, elegant flavor and becomes sparkle water. This treasured beverage is said to bring good fortune, happiness, and even romance to those who drink it, which has led it to being featured in many wedding ceremonies. Nature's fire hoses. These unusual creatures collect seawater constantly. They use this water both to defend themselves and to propel themselves, sometimes straight up. A love nest for eels. In addition to the fun resort spots found in Bubbling, there are some notably dangerous locations as well. One of these is the underwater cave connected to the lighthouse where gigantic creatures called maw-rays make their nests and shoot out their long bodies in response to stimuli. A little caution can go a long way when exploring this place. They look even bigger in person. Nature's hot tub. A ways away from the beach sits an outdoor bath fed by a natural hot spring. Featuring full ocean views, it has become quite popular with tourists. This spring was formed by volcanic activity on the ocean floor, and it's said to have numerous medicinal effects. Take one dip and we're sure you'll fall for its charms. It's also a lovely natural reprieve from the modern resort developments. Relaxing competition. When in Bubbling, be sure to enjoy a game of beach volleyball in the local court. The on-site coach gives strong guidance even for beginners. As they say around here, let's play! 3 keys to the kingdom. Gasp at the sight of all 4 fountains spraying into the Glass Tower. Refresh yourself with the fizzy delights of Bubblanian seawater. Play in the action-packed beach volleyball tournaments. time for an epic boss fight. This boss fight is probably one of the best ones for any 3D Mario in that it uses the entire area as the arena. Yes, the entire kingdom is the arena for this. Where is he? Come on. There we go. How strange, there's a picture frame all the way at the bottom. We'll be coming back to that. I just wanted to show that off because it's there. The glass is half full. My goodness, what a pretty sunset. And it's so nice that the fountains and the sparkle water are back. But it doesn't seem like Bowser is in this kingdom anymore. Shall we head to the next? The Odyssey has powered up! On to the Luncheon Kingdom. Bowser can't run forever. Hello, I'm Dragon Rider Luke. I'm a Christian streamer, and I'm always up for a friendly chat about my faith. I also think that it's important that people read or hear the Word of God frequently, so the next 5 minutes or so will be a chapter from the Bible. Deuteronomy 34. Then Moses climbed Mount Nebo from the plains of Moab to the top of Pisgah, across from Jericho. There the Lord showed him the whole land, from Gilead to Dan, all of Naphtali, the territory of Ephraim and Manasseh, all the land of Judah as far as the Mediterranean Sea, the Negev, and the whole region from the valley of Jericho, the city of palms, as far as Zoar. Then the Lord said to him, "This is the land I promised on oath to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, when I said, I will give it to your descendants. I have let you see it with your eyes, but you will not cross over into it." And Moses, the servant of the Lord, died there in Moab, as the Lord had said. He buried him in Moab, in the valley opposite Beth Peor, but to this day no one knows where his grave is. Moses was 120 years old when he died, yet his eyes were not weak, nor his strength gone. The Israelites grieved for Moses in the plains of Moab 30 days, until the time of weeping and mourning was over. Now Joshua son of Nun was filled with the spirit of wisdom, because Moses had laid his hands on him. So the Israelites listened to him and did what the Lord had commanded Moses. Since then, no prophet has risen in Israel like Moses, whom the Lord knew face to face, who did all these signs and wonders the Lord sent him to do in Egypt, to Pharaoh and to all his officials and to his whole land. For no one has ever shown the mighty power or performed the awesome deeds that Moses did in the sight of all Israel. May God bless the reading of his word. So Bowser wants to make a toast using sparkle water? That sounds like his wedding preparations are moving along. Here it is. We should read up on the Luncheon Kingdom next. It says here this country is famous for using a volcano to prepare a dish called stupendous stew. Luncheon Kingdom, Mount Volbono. The Brutals are after some cooking. Alright, it's the Lava Kingdom. You know what that means, we're getting close to the end. My goodness, they're here! The Brutals! Luncheon Kingdom, popular destination for the hungry. Mount Volbono, the bubbling berg that heats the meats. Population, plentiful. Size, buffet. Locals, Volbonans, currency, tomato-shaped, industry, food and minerals, temperature, average 93 Fahrenheit. Cooking with a volcano. Surrounded by strange pink lava, Mount Volbono is colorful and vibrant, a vision straight from a picture book. It is famous for its cuisine, with dishes simmered over the volcano and chock full of local produce that grows to enormous size thanks to the volcanic climate. A historic old town. On your way to Mount Volbono, you'll pass through Old Town, ringed by the ruined walls that once enclosed the town. These sturdy cut stone walls even now suggest the prosperity of those times. Atop the walls are little mounds of salt, carried by the wind and piled up naturally. Visitors can walk along the tops of the walls. Do so if you get a chance. The sights here are very different from the colorful scenery of Peranza Plaza, but equally breathtaking. Cheese is hard as rock. The cheese in Mount Volbono is quite hard, likely because it is left near the lava and dries out completely. The locals chisel it with hammers. You're welcome to join. Cooking Carnival. The highlight of Mount Volbono's year is the Cooking Carnival, where visitors from all over the world come to sample the famous stupendous stew. While cooking on a volcano is, of course, a grand spectacle, the dish itself has a surprisingly delicate flavor, described most frequently in reviews as a melty deliciosity. Resting place for meat. The giant slab of meat used in this stupendous stew is crusted generously in salt and left to rest on a high perch near the volcano. Aging the meat high above the lava, cooled by the wind, is essential to creating the core flavor. If you arrive before the cooking carnival, be sure to take the opportunity to visit the platform and see the meat resting soundly before its long journey. Peranza Plaza. Be sure to visit the centrally located Peranza Plaza for a friendly welcome. Once among the colorful heaps of giant ingredients and succulent smells, you may find it hard to leave. All of the ingredients here are gigantic. Greek keys to the kingdom. Sample the famous dish, Stupendous Stew. It's what the locals eat. Gape at exotic ingredients like gigantic vegetables and rock-hard cheeses. Marvel at the preserved architecture. It's the best-kept secret in tourism. Notice someone missing? Haha! We stole a whole boatload of this place's stupendous stew for the boss's wedding chow. But I'm gonna head back up the volcano to finish off that stew, after I'm done with you. Come on. Brutals are after some cooking. Meet Plateau. Notice that? B to Twitch. And we're not done here yet, even though I have only one moon left to grab. Climb up the cascading magma. Yowee! Blasted all the way back here? That is one angry volcano. And the volcano is still erupting.
So there you go. Too slow because I do nothing. Yeah. Sweet.
That's what I was looking for. Tremendous! Oh, come on. I don't want to die. Thank you. Just like that. Come on, do your thing. There we go. The hardest of the bunch. Multi-Moon Cockatiel Showdown. Alright then, let's get after Bowser. Only one section left on that globe. The Odyssey has powered up! Now we can head to Bowser's Kingdom. Wait a second. Oh, that can't be good. Bowser's Kingdom. Since he took the time to steal the stupendous stew, I imagine that's what he's serving at the reception. Now, back to our investigation. Next up we have... Wah! The Bowser in Bowser's Kingdom is that Bowser? I've got a bad feeling about this. What? Are we shaking? Why? Yeah, I don't know how he managed to find a dragon, much less tame it, but yes, he has a dragon now. Let's see you survive this, plumber boy! More fun, it's an electric dragon. It's funny, you can see all the things he's taken aboard his ship. Ruined Kingdom, crumbled in. Wouldn't you know it, the Odyssey is broken again. To fix it, we must collect more power moons. Notice it's only 3 this time. You can just go and get the multi-moon and you're done. Ruined Kingdom, stark and long past its glory days. Crumbled in, a grim reminder of past conflicts. Population unknown, size unknown, locals unknown, currency unknown, industry unknown, temperature average 68 Fahrenheit. Reaching for the heavens. This tower once collected energy from lightning and in the thunderclouds that constantly swirl here. Some say that it was destroyed by repeated lightning strikes, but others note the unnatural shapes into which the tower crumbled and wonder if it fell into ruin for different reasons entirely. High stakes. Amid the ruins, these swords surely stand out. They're thought to be left over from a large battle here in Crumbledon. One certainly feels a sense of intentionality in the way they're stuck straight down, as if fallen from the sky. Some see them not as swords, but rather nails or stakes. Perhaps the eyelets at the top allowed ropes or chains through to anchor something, but it's impossible to say what. I note that the swords have Bowser's face on them. Buried treasures. You'll see glowing spots scattered around on the ground. Engage in some amateur archaeology by giving them a hearty stomp. Ruined dreams. It's only because of the people of Crumbledon's skill in construction that there are ruins left here to see. Their building style was reliable and straightforward, but whatever they'd hoped to accomplish by harnessing the fearsome power of lightning remains unclear. Some have theorized that the circular plaza atop the tower was built for a standoff of some kind. The clues to what happened here? The Great Altar. It's thought this altar was built so this former kingdom could communicate with, or perhaps confront, something. This is the only altar built here, and scholars have been keen to discover its intent. It's also said to be shaped like something in particular. The idea that it was meant to charge lightning has been disproven. The new theory is that it was built to call something down and then restrain the lightning. Doesn't it look like a creature of some kind? Are those claw marks? The stone here has numerous large slashes cut through it, often in parallel tracks suggesting giant claws. But that can't be right. What could claw through stone? There's got to be a logical explanation, right? 3 keys to the kingdom. Visit the vast crumbling tower still standing watch over the area. Investigate the deep claw-like marks in the stone. Admire the durable construction techniques of a once proud kingdom. Up we go. Time to fight that dragon. You might notice there's a particular shape that looks to be almost carved out of the stones here. Since it's that way before we even get here, I think the dragon has fought here before, and not done terribly well. Perhaps when it fought Bowser. After all, that's Bowser's crown on its head. It worked! That's okay. You see those, yeah. I knew that was hard. Ow. Come on, get up there. There we go. We can do this. It might take 2 rounds to get the last one. Oh, come on. time to finish him off. Battle with the Lord of Lightning. There's a tiny bit more here, and I don't really want to move forward, so we're gonna do the bit more here that I know about. We can fix the Odyssey now. Yes, but,
There we go.
yeah, see, Odyssey needs 3. You can only get 1 without fighting the dragon, in case you were wondering. That dragon is required. But that's going to be it for today. So when we come back next time, continuing on to Bowser's Kingdom. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.